Yo, what's up, guys? What is up? Sorry, I've been getting on a little bit later. Just, I don't know. Just been struggling to get the motivation to press the go live, but we're here. That's all that matters. Gotta show up. Gotta show up regardless. Just gonna hang out on desktop today. I don't have anything planned. Honestly, just been sitting on Amazon all day looking at stuff. I think I have a shopping addiction. I think I need to stock up on like multivitamins and stuff. I was looking at keycaps for my keyboard because we got the base of this really cool red switch keyboard that you guys know. Actually, unplug it so you guys won't be able to see the color then. This is a red switch keyboard. I'll turn the light off real quick. Super sick. The red switch is what makes the It makes really cool clicky sounds. I was gonna get some new keycaps for it, but I don't know. I just be wasting money to waste money. I get bored and I literally just get on Amazon and look at stuff. Gotta be better at saving money, but as far as the medication situation's going, I feel like I'm getting more energy. Ironically enough, being on my antidepressants, I was still getting anxiety at night from it, but I did this crazy thing, and I would recommend anybody who's struggling to try it as well because I never thought of it in this regard. But I started getting TikTok motivational things about facing your anxieties head on and stuff. And the moment you stop letting something have fear over you is the moment that it stops becoming an anxiety, because in all honesty, your anxiety is like a mental thing. It's your body's response to fear. It's your fight or flight instinct. So if anxiety, you understand and break it down being fight or flight instinct, it only has power when you have fear. So I started this thing, and I was like telling myself before I go to bed and just praying about it. And I was like, yeah, like if I wake up in the night and I feel anxious, literally just say, so what? Do your best. Like I've dealt with it probably 100 times already. And it's always the same thing. I'm scared, but it does nothing. I'm scared I'm going to die, or something's going to happen to me, but it doesn't every single time. My body knows it. My brain knows it. So just literally challenging myself and being like, yo, do your worst, anxiety. I dare you. And just like not even giving it any fear, it goes away. Because I woke up last night after going to bed early. It usually happens when I go to bed early. And I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance to see. So I did all that. And literally I woke up and I kind of just like laughed to myself and I went back to bed. And it wasn't there last night. So apparently it's just the fear that you give anxiety is what creates anxiety in the first place. And then once you realize that, you can slowly heal yourself. And I know it's hard to have that mentality if you deal with it, but I never looked at it in that way. Now that I understand how your brain works with anxiety, I can straight up just be like, yo, do your worst. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to die from waking up with anxiety. Like, really? I'm going to die from waking up with anxiety. You have to like call your own brain's BS, because in all honesty, your body is doing it to protect you. Your body responds to how you feel. If you feel fear, your body thinks and your brain thinks that it needs to protect itself from a foreign predator or something like that. It goes back to like before we had living conditions where you just are safe inside all the time. If you fear something, your brain then tells you to be scared and to be on high alert and to trigger anxiety and all that stuff. So when you go against it, when you like call the bluff on your anxiety and your panic attacks, it does the opposite, because you're like not giving it the fear that it needs to be a panic attack. So that's pretty cool. I actually found that out from a psychiatrist on a TikTok thing. What's up, Nolan? So I think I actually found a way to conquer my own anxiety. It's pretty cool. It's not easier said than done. I mean, you have to have the mentality for it. And most people, they say it actually takes a little bit, because most people don't have the ability to get rid of the fear that they fear. That is why the anxiety constantly builds and cycles. But it's just like the thing, it's like exposure therapy, where like people with what's the anxiety of social anxieties, like they're afraid of being in social situations. Well, the reason why you become afraid of a social situation is because you either feel awkward in them, you had a bad experience with that, or you just avoid it all in general, so that it's a new experience because you don't do it a lot. So exposure therapy would be essentially slowly opening up to trying to make some type of interaction with people over time, and that's how people would cure or get over social anxiety. Medication can go so far, but it's like there has to be some building block, or you're always gonna kind of fall back if you don't have the proper like mindset. So I learned from a TikTok that anxiety can be controlled through mindset, which is insane to me, because I remember my grandpa always saying mind over matter. And at the time when you're depressed or anxious or in a panic attack, that sounds stupid. But when you actually start to practice it over time, it definitely makes a difference, because I didn't think that it would be that easy to kind of like shut my brain off, because in all honesty, I just didn't know what I had when I had my anxiety. Like I remember the first time that it caused the panic attack is I thought I was like sleepwalking or something. So I gave it the fear of not knowing what it was. So then I did research, I learned about it. There's no fear now because there is no unknown. I know how my brain is working. I know what is happening to me. So there's no unknown. So I removed that anxiety. Then the second part being, when I wake up, I check myself all the time thinking that I'm going to have it. So I give in to the fear, and then I always let the fear become something that snowballs into more anxiety. But now when I wake up, I'm just like, do your worst. I'm not going to die from a panic attack. Do your worst. And just like that, it was gone last night. I laughed right in the face of my anxiety, and it disappeared. It's kind of crazy how that works, honestly. And it was all because of a God bless whatever. Who I wish I knew the name of the lady that I saw. It was a lady on TikTok that was talking about her being a psychiatrist for however many years, and she was giving advice to people. God bless the people that actually aren't trying to take advantage of other people's money, and they're actually trying to help. Because I know a lot of people are gonna gatekeep their practice because that's how they're gonna make their money. So the fact that she actually like posted about it, it really, really actually made a difference. Made a huge difference for me. So I felt like I should share that with you guys. I feel like if you find something that actually is a free, knowledgeable information that helps others, that it should be free knowledge out spread in the world. So I thought that was cool. I like made a mental note that I 100% wanted to talk about that today on stream. Very, very, very cool how that works. And obviously prayer works too, but the one main thing, and that's kind of where it goes back to, is like you can't get over anything until you get over fear of the thing that is giving you anxiety, because basically it just goes back to, if you look it up, fight or flight. Everything that the body like produces naturally when it comes to a panic attack is just an adrenaline dump of fear. Your fight or flight instincts kick in. Your body thinks that it needs to protect itself from a foreign threat. So like obviously if we didn't have this and we would go out and see a bear out in the wild and be like, oh, that's cute, and not have any instinct whatsoever, we would die, like right off the bat, because a bear would kill us. So having the fight or flight protects us from the threat. So that's, it's kind of like the brain is feeding off of a fear that you have, and then that's what also starts, like, people have there's like fear of spiders, arachnophobia, fear of, I forget what there's, but the irrational fear builds based on how you respond to it. It's kind of cool. I always thought that it would be cool to do like not psychology or whatever, but that would be something that I would do if I actually had done it a lot sooner in life. Understanding how the mind works is definitely a really neat thing. Yeah, it's like the I mean, that's what God gave us, is the instincts to know like safety and not. But the cool part is it's engraved into our bodies so that we don't even have to think about it. If we see somebody following us home, we instinctively get a dump of adrenaline to be prepared for whatever situation may lie ahead. If we did not have that natural occurrence in our system, then we would not have any like form of protection for ourselves. to be smart enough for survival. So it's literally just a survival instinct. And I think that's really cool because people always label it like when you have anxiety, you have this condition, and this condition you can never get past. Like, you have to live with it. But when you actually realize what anxiety is to its deepest root, like when you actually have an understanding of what it is and not just being told that there's something wrong with you, but that it's like a natural thing that the human body has engraved in it. Like, it's a natural thing everyone feels, and people feel anxiety at different levels. I almost can bet almost every single person has felt anxiety in school going up for the first time, presenting in front of a class of their peers that can judge them. There's different fears, or there's different levels of anxiety that people experience. And I personally believe the worst anxiety comes from a fear. So it's basically ourselves triggering a fight or flight instinct, which then becomes a panic attack. But it all starts with the fear. So if you can face the fear head on, figure out the deep root towards it, you fix the beginning, you don't have to deal with the end. The end being a panic attack. It sounds simple, like how I'm explaining it. I know it's not as like cut and dry as it sounds, but it like really is crazy when you like dumb it down to that level and realize that, like, for me, I personally would identify for the longest time in my life as somebody with anxiety that is always going to have this crutch. There's always going to be something wrong with me. This is some unnatural thing that I have that nobody else feels to this level because they aren't me, when in reality, it's not. It's, I don't know. It's really cool. I honestly think that if anyone has an anxiety that watches this, because obviously these videos post after the fact though, too. If anyone has an anxiety and it stems from a fear, to visit that fear and try to figure out a way through that fear and work on that, no matter how long it takes. It can take however long it physically feels for you, like, safe to go through it or whatever. But working through that fear is going to be the only way that you can actually find a solution for curing that anxiety in itself. Because I am starting to become a true believer that medicine is only a Band-Aid, and that Band-Aid can fall off at any time. That Band-Aid is not a permanent solution. It's just there to help. But yeah, like, honestly, last night it felt like a breakthrough. I honestly woke up this morning feeling more rested, more happy, more just alive than I ever have, just because of the fact that I actually, for the first time, tried to understand what I was experiencing and why I was experiencing it, and then facing it head on, not being scared, not giving it any energy, shrugging it off. And I honestly, even on any medication I've been on through 2025, nothing has compared to the results I got last night. Being like, I don't give a shit. Go ahead, have anxiety, process it, go through it. What are you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Nothing's gonna happen. Happens to me a million times. Like, I'm not gonna die from my anxiety. It's a natural thing. And then the moment I face it head on, it's just like, you don't give it the power. And it's funny too, because I remember every time that I would have a panic attack, I can feel it build, because I can feel myself getting warmer and warmer, and I just get like a sensation. And the moment that I would feel that, I would give it more fear, because I knew what was happening. I knew it was coming. And instead of like just relaxing or just trying to distract myself, I focus on it more and more. And then it gets worse. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. I wish I could find the video for you guys because it was actually really cool to like find that on a TikTok. That was like the last thing that I thought. And I honestly don't like watching TikToks either that talk about anxiety and stuff because for me, I usually feel like they say stuff that is like, I don't know, some people will talk about their like anxieties and stuff, but it's almost like projecting, and it makes me feel like I'm almost going to identify with how they feel because I'm very like empathetic. So when someone starts explaining like problems that they have, and if most of the time when I watch the videos, it's just them explaining their issues without a resolution. And then for whatever reason, I like empathetically feel like I now have that burden. I now feel how they feel. It's a weird thing. I don't know how to explain it, but I usually don't watch those kind of stuff. But the one video I happened to actually watch last night talked about that. And I was like, I've done everything else. I've ran from it. I've hid from it. I've used meds to try to mask it. I don't even really deal with anxiety during the daytime anymore. I feel like I've almost fully surpassed my anxieties during the daytime. I honestly feel like a renewed person once I gave my life to Christ. Like the moment I did that, I just felt like a whole different person. When they say like you're reborn, it truly isn't explainable in words until you actually do go through that process. And I like when I'm out mowing, when I'm out doing anything, I just feel like this childlike wonder about living, like this happiness that I only used to get when I was really young. Now the funny thing is though, the one thing that I always dealt with was the anxiety at night, which is directly a fear that I just would wake up and I thought I was either A, losing my mind somehow, 2, developing dementia, because I'm around my grandmother a lot that struggles with like underlying dementia, and that just like is a weird thing to experience as a person, to like see someone that you love go through that and stuff. I feel like that messes with your mind and stuff like that. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I felt like I needed to get on here tonight and kind of not preach, but just like speak my truth and try to motivate you guys and help you guys and give you words of affirmation. Is that a term? I had nothing else planned but just hanging out and chatting today. I'm really like, I don't know, like I do think it's really cool that I can stream and I don't actually have to feel the pressure of gaming. I know gaming is also part of streaming and stuff, but I like the aspect of being on OBS and just being able to hop on, and if I want to get on a game I can, but I also can just sit here and chat with you guys and kind of just vibe. I don't I just don't think I enjoy gaming like I used to when I was younger. There's certain games, like I really enjoy Unraveled, and I feel really happy that I got to experience a game like that that's like a puzzle, aesthetic, like vibey game. Like, I don't know, for the most part, it made me really happy and enjoy it. And then there's like other games that I just hop on and I really just, if it physically pains me to stay online and play certain games, and then I get to a point where I like just absolutely hate what I'm doing and I don't want to stay on stream. But then if you look at videos or if you look at streams from like earlier on when I was doing stuff, like I got into playing Prop Hunt on Call of Duty for a little while. That kind of fell off and I got bored of it because it was just repetitive. But when I was doing that, I was streaming for like 6 to 9 hours a day. Now I'm literally streaming for like, my highest was 8 hours for Unravel because it was a game I enjoyed. But then if you guys watch any of my other streams where I'm just sitting here or just playing anything random or like things I do normally play, like zombies and all that stuff, I'm on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It feels like I'm pulling teeth, and then I just get off because I'm just tired of it. Honestly, I just don't think I like gaming. Like, I don't think I enjoy it as much as I used to. Like, I have not found a game that I'm truly passionate about since I was a kid. And I do also believe that that is partial to, like, when I was younger and Call of Duty was a thing, like, just starting out, I feel like I really had an enjoyable time, and I still think I would enjoy it the same amount if it was the same way. But as games like progress and stuff, I just lose interest. Like, I think Fortnite is really repetitive. You're constantly just hopping in the bus, dropping, trying to get loot to survive. But then if you die early on, you're just cycling and cycling and cycling the same repetitive motion. Zombies is the same thing. You get on zombies, it's always the same thing. Like, the repetitiveness of a lot of games just... It's just not it. It's just not it. I feel like I don't like doing stuff that I don't enjoy. It's always been that way for me. So it's going to be really tough for me to, like, find games that I'm going to, like, want to come on. Like, honestly, I told myself, and the only reason I'm on tonight is because I was like, yeah, I'm not going to play any games tonight. Because in my head, like, when I thought about getting on here and just hopping on zombies and playing or something, I wasn't going to get on stream. I was honestly contemplating taking, like, a huge, like, week-long break from getting on here just to avoid streaming gaming. I just don't enjoy it. Like, it's that bad. And I don't know what other content to, like, provide when that's, like, mainly what I've been doing on here. But I don't enjoy it at all. It's like I don't even know. It's honestly more enjoyable for me to sit here and watch a stream, which I can't do on stream. I can't sit here and watch someone else's content on stream. Because I think that's just stealing content. But I would rather, like, stay off. Oh, my freaking nose is so itchy, bro. It's because my freaking mustache is growing back. I would rather, like, just stay off stream than get on and play video games half the time. 9 times out of 10, I'm like, yeah, if I have to play, like, it's just, I don't know. And there will be times where I'm really, like, excited to play stuff. Like, if Little Nightmares 3 eventually comes out, I don't know when the hell this game is going to come out because they've just been pushing it off time after time after time after time after time. When that game comes out, like, I will actually be really excited to hop on and stream that until I beat it. Like, the whole series of playing Little Nightmares 3. Maybe if Call of Duty switches up their thing, if they bring a new zombies map, like, that would be something new to play. But they haven't really done anything exciting. It's dying out again, which means they're going to stop supporting or putting time and effort into supporting it, meaning that they're going to just start working on the next one a while. So, I don't know. I honestly feel like gaming is dying out. I feel like a lot of streamers, the most common route for most streamers now even is just streaming either their day-to-day lives, content houses, content, like, groups where they just cause drama. It's like almost like a mini drama TV series kind of thing where they just find people and make up false scenarios and joke around and like have all this like fake drama stuff. Or 3, you just don't see like all the popular streamers don't game anymore. iShowSpeed travels the world. He's like a huge huge streamer. He started by like playing games and freaking out on desktop. That's what blew him up a little bit, but the most views he gets now and the most enjoyment he's like the most happy he seems on stream is his IRL content when he goes and explores different countries, different like stuff like that. FaZe is a huge, like they were huge Call of Duty peeps back in the day. That's all they did. FaZe. It's like gaming. All of them are IRL content creators now. And then the ones that aren't necessarily IRL, like a lot of the time, have recently complained that they're dying, or not dying. I was going to say dying out. Their content is like stale and they just feel like they don't want to stream anymore because it's like really repetitive. That's the people that don't do IRL. IRL, people that do IRL seem like they enjoy it for the most part as long as it's like semi-healthy content, like not like going out and trolling people for content or something. Like people that have other friends that they meet with and do content with, or like I said, the content houses where it's people that they know and they do content together. But gaming in general, like there's not, I mean, there's a space for it, but the content that is like the most popular on all the social platforms now is gearing towards like IRL content. Everyone wants to see drama or something that's like real life content. Most people don't want to see like gaming stuff. And I mean, I kind of understand why the whole like direction is going that way too, because I mean, it's just, it's really boring. It's really boring. Give me a second, guys. See, I wouldn't mind doing like videos where I come on here and react to stuff, but I don't know how that works. I have to just get on and kind of like do research on copyrighted stuff and all that. And then from there, with like figuring out what I can do and what I can't do, I can go from there. Why do you avoid Twitch? What do you mean? I don't avoid Twitch. YouTube is a platform that I'm already on and established on this account. If you like ever looked at subscribers for YouTube, you have to have over 1,000 to get monetized. I have 17,000 on this, and that gives me a higher percentage chance of like getting more viewers and all that stuff. Twitch, I have 50. I essentially thought that I could possibly do Restream where I could do both at once, because no matter what, I'm not going to take the route where it's like surefire that I can make money off of YouTube. And it sounds like I don't know, like sleazy, but this is like a logical standpoint for anybody. If you have something that's already established that you know you'll make money off of, but then have to risk a stream to go and start on a platform that you have nothing on to try to get people, then I've done it 100. I can't even get people to come on. I can't get people to transfer from this YouTube channel to the other YouTube channel. I have 17,000 people on here. The moment I switched my YouTube channel over, in the past year, I've probably dropped like, I don't know, 400 subscribers. None of those people, maybe like 5 to 10% found their way over there. The rest are just new people that I've actually like acquired through posting shorts. People see the shorts, they come over, they're interested in the video. It kind of works that way. So I pique their interest with shorts and stuff. Being able to do that is really good, because then I know these people are actually subscribing me for the content that I'm putting out. A lot of people subscribed to this channel originally due to just giveaways and stuff, and they wanted free stuff. I think I've talked about this on here before, but so if I'm streaming on Twitch, I'm not making any money at all. When I stream on YouTube, I have a guarantee that I'm at least making something. I'm not just like wasting my time for no reason and not ever gonna make it, because trust me, it is really hard to differentiate yourself from others, especially in my category where all I really do is stream games and stuff. Like every single person does that. I could do the restream, which I was trying to do, which just takes your stream and reposts it so that you can still stream two areas at once. So I would still get the whole YouTube community and be on here and still have a chance, while also providing Twitch with the potential of maybe getting somebody new seeing it on Twitch. Two streams are better than one, essentially. The thing with that is I stream off of OBS at a bit rate of 13,000. Twitch, if you're not a partner, which I'm not getting partnership anytime soon, you have to actually be like a legitimate Twitch streamer. You can get up to 8K. For how they're set up and them being only strictly live streams, no like, it's not set up anywhere near like how YouTube works. You can put a bit rate of 6K out. Well, when I use Restream, it uses only one bit rate, which means OBS can use one bit rate. Well, my OBS bit rate for YouTube is 13K. Twitch only allows 6K. So I either have to decide, do I want to risk having a subpar stream quality on YouTube so that I can also stream on Twitch at the same time, meaning that anyone that comes on here on YouTube is most likely not going to stay, which means that I'd miss out on revenue of YouTube. Potentially could get people on Twitch, but also still be streaming subpar quality on YouTube, or just stick with what I know, being YouTube, having the option to make money on here, but also have a good quality stream. And I'm just executive decision thought, like, I don't want to be streaming to YouTube with a really subpar bit rate and have it look really bad, because right now when you guys watch my streams and when you watched them beforehand and when I was gaming, and everyone would be like, the streams were like the little this thing with gaming, this little window in the top left corner, everyone would be like, yo, it's blurry, why is it blurry, why is it going blurry? Because of the bit rate. I went from I think 8K to start, and it was still kind of getting blurry. I jumped to 10K, up to my internet. I have a bumped up internet now that I pay for, and now we push 13. I'm spamming Danny.